Alright, hello. So it's Monday, a little bit after 5 o'clock, day 43 of 56, and just got home from the gym. I ran. I'm about to get something to eat, and I'm trying to film this and do that before my cousin's kids across the road realize I'm home, come banging on my door. So we're going to try to give an update, make a sandwich real quick, and try to do a video. It's so I just did my week. So once a week during the 8-week challenge, and throughout the year with the app, once a week we do the assessment where we take our pictures in the app. Like I've said before, where it's live, and so there's no editing, no filtering. You take the pictures in there. Those are your official photos. And so we take them either Monday or Tuesday. I took mine today. Like I said, this is Monday is my one day completely off from everything. So I slept in well, was able to eat. I had a good workout. I ran. I was really feeling up here. And then I took the photos, and it was down here. It wasn't quite the improvement from week to week that I was hoping for. But honestly, where my macros are at now, like I said, when I started this 8-week, I set my macros to where my first trainer had set them when I began with 1stPhorm about 4 years ago. The macros, the numbers that she had set for me, are what took me from about 167, very, very soft and fluffy 167, down to about 140 in about 10 weeks on those macros. So that was my starting point for this 8 weeks, and over the course, as I've seen good improvement, I've tightened the macros even further, a little bit here and there. But honestly, they always say weekends will get you. That's for the weekends. And yesterday, because I didn't plan like I should, and I sort of improv'd what I ate yesterday, but I went over on calories and my grams of fat for Sunday, and it's only one day, but if I'm honest with myself, this past week I wasn't as tight with what I was eating and as consistent with when I was eating it as I had been. So I can't be surprised that photos don't lie. Those damn photos. They, like I said, it's live in the thing. You do this, you do that, you do one of these, and it be what it be, So, but I'm at that point now. I've had the best 8 weeks I've ever had, but I'm not done. I'm not done. So I don't know if they can hear me in that thing. I'm out of Swiss. That's fine. I'm out of Swiss, but I got provolone. We'll make it work. But that's the thing. You have those macros for a reason. And they talk about like the more consistent you eat, what you eat, when you eat it, and especially if you have good food and you eat the same food every day, your body apparently actually builds up like those particular like probiotics, or the enzymes that break down the food. So if you're eating the same healthy food every day, your body already has like the chemical enzymes to break it down. And so, it's one thing to know the path, but another thing to actually walk it. And so I gotta really decide, between now and next Friday, 11, 12, 13 days, I have to really tighten it and see what I can get done. definitely, I remember watching this video, documentary about a guy who went from just being a guy off the street basically to participating in an amateur bodybuilding contest. And it's called I Want to Look Like That Guy. It's free on YouTube. Great video about working out and about how there's no shortcuts. It's just being consistent, sticking with your diet. But at one point near the end, when he really kind of fully appreciated the whole process, he mentioned that, you know, it's not really about who can work out the most or lift the heaviest. It's about who can eat the smallest amount and still have the energy to do what needs to be done. And because, you know, that's the thing, is like, to get, a lot of times, like the bodybuilders and stuff that you see, it's not that their muscles are big, but it's that they've lost fat and they've cut to the point that the muscles stand out more and you can see every little detail. And I'm not there, but I remember there was this girl that I worked out with for a while at the gym, and she just always looked, from across the gym, you know, in a sense, she always looked so jacked. And then there was a day, actually, you know, after a while, knowing her and talking to her, I felt confident enough to walk up and put my arm next to hers. And I realized it wasn't really that her arm was our arms were actually about the same size, but it was that she was had the definition that it made it look bigger. And so with this cut, that's what I'm going for. But I tell you, man, I mean, I'm tired. And it's really hit me the last week, I guess, of working out and working. But like the workouts will hit me faster. And whereas like in the first 3 or 4 weeks, like a good workout for me would be like a little over 2 hours, but I'd burn like over 500 calories. The calorie burn it might hit 500 now, and at about 90 minutes, I'm really feeling it. But I'm still doing the full workout. That's the thing, is because I am getting better at the workout, and I am increasing, the weights are going up, and I'm doing things now in the gym I'd never done before. But so that's part of why I can do it a little bit faster, because it's more like a sprint. But and that's the thing. I mean, so I've been working out. I've been drinking as much water as I can. You know, I've been doing yard work every day, and when I do yard work, I mean, it's been over 88 degrees every single day and humid. And basically, I'll do yard work until I'll just be out there until I'm sweating so much that I can't see. That's sort of been my standard of a yard, I don't call it a workout, but yard activity. And, you know, sometimes that sweat hits within 20 minutes, sometimes it'll be 45 minutes. But the yard looked really good. So that's been a bonus. Definitely got me outside more and been on my feet more. And actually, that was, I'll show you the list I made. I might have mentioned this in the earlier one, but, and I've got lists everywhere, but this is what I made, I think before the beginning of the last 8-week challenge, but build system, not goals. That's from the book Atomic Habits, about, you know, just have faith that the scoreboard will show up. You know, I mean, have faith that your goal will be reached if you build a system and feed that system. Like I said, I mean, like with my macros, with my eating, I have a system for eating. If I would just hit those exact numbers or come closer than I have, I would be even closer to my goal right now. Supplements daily and consistently. I've been taking greens, probiotic, creatine, And I try to take, no, I don't try, I do. I take I take those generally all at once, and I take them after like my second full meal of the day. I want to do it on a full stomach, but early enough in the day, because that creatine, at least for me, can really dehydrate me if I don't have a lot of water coming behind it. So I'm going to do it like in the first like third of the day, so I have the rest of the day to, on top of everything else, replenish myself with water, have a lot of water coming in behind it. Have a morning routine, have a night routine. I've gotten much better with that. I mean, there's a couple days I can't help it because of work and schedule, so I do the best I can. And that's actually a note I want to add right here, because I've given this advice to a couple people, and I'm starting to have deja vu. I don't know how much I've mentioned in this series, but a piece of advice I got from my very first coach, and she said it offhandedly, but that's what you do when you're around successful people. Listen to everything they say, because even stuff that they don't even think of as a lesson, something they just say offhandedly, can be huge. And she said one day, we were talking about options for something, and she said, well, just do good, better, best. Those are your options. And I have stuck with that, and it's amazing, because if you approach every decision like that, one, you stay positive, and two, you stay forward looking. So when an obstacle comes up, when a scheduling conflict comes up, when I don't feel like doing something, whatever, the only options in my head are good, better, or best. What's a good option? What's the better option? What's the best option? So even if I only, quote unquote, do the good one, it's still something. And so that's what, with my morning routine, with my night routine, taking that good, better, best approach, can't lose. Read, write, walk daily. Doing okay with that. The reading and the writing, I've put off. That's coming, but I've got some schedule blocked out for that, and that's going to happen. Be selfish, and I put selfish in quotes because I'm very hard on myself, and by selfish I mean prioritize myself. By being selfish, I mean don't do what I need to do, and don't worry about what other people think. If what other people think is negative, they're not meant to be around you. If you have the right people around you, they might not understand, they might question it, but they'll still support you, and they'll be there when it's all said and done, and when it really matters. So don't be afraid to be selfish and take care of yourself. Ignore the noise. That is both external and internal for me. Honestly, actually more internal. I get a lot of static, a lot of thoughts, a lot of anxiety. Inside Out 2, that movie ruled. It spoke to me. It graphed it illustrated what I couldn't ever fully describe, and that's 100% the way it is. And that noise can get very, very loud, and you gotta ignore it. 120 ounces of water, and don't drink calories. That's big. I mean, that's another reason why the macros are so tight, because I can't waste them. A Monster Energy drink, I know a full Monster Energy has 58 calories. That's probably over half of what I'm taking in daily right now. Just can't do it. I had a half one. I had about a third to a half of a Monster the other day, and I knew it, and I had it. But again, going forward, good, better, best. What was good, that was a good choice. Wasn't the best one. But anyway, stay on feet. I can get very comfortable. I have 2 cats that like to lay down as much as possible. And so when I sit, they sit, and we can be there for an hour. So I try to stay on my feet as much as possible. There's a couple more, but for now, I'm coming up on, I always said I'd do these in 15 minutes. I don't want to take too long. But so, had an assessment, day 43. I've got less than 2 weeks. I've got a full week of working out, going to Panama City Beach, and then we're going to nail this thing, and we're going to have the best 8 weeks that I've ever had. And we'll see what people think of it. I'm out.